Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another edition of the Lucas Oil Online Race Report. KentuckyAutomotorsports.com or right here, CWLouisville.com. Racing expert Scott Douglas. I'm your host, Craig Hoffman. NASCAR Sprint Cup this weekend. The Road Warriors at Watkins Glen.
Yeah, well, and it always changes things up again when you talk about getting on the road course for the NASCAR Sprint Cup stars. Of course, this is NASCAR's foray to get a race close to New York City. That's one of the reasons they run this. A lot of people wish they wouldn't, but Robbie Gordon loves the fact that they do. This is a place where the Jim Beam car should be a factor. Robbie will be, and then, of course, watch your road course ringers, Boris Said and Ron Fellows and Scott Pruitt and these guys. Lots of differences, but remember, when you get to victory lane, we see a little bit of rough action there. It's tight quarters. It's generally the names like Stewart and Gordon and maybe Montoya, who the regulars who do well here at Watkins Glen.
And, of course, you see right here on the CWLouisville.com, KentuckyAutomotorsports.com, you see our poll question there. We're getting a lot of interesting results.
Yes, we
People
are.
are sounding off now. You talk about the Brickyard. We had one email say, quit picking on the Brickyard. But let's be honest. Did the fans get the short end of the stick by the terrible tires at the Brickyard? You're seeing some of the results
right here. Well, you didn't get
to
see the race you expected, that's for sure. To NASCAR's credit and to the team's credit, it wasn't like the F1 fiasco where everybody refused to run with a tire issue for the Formula One race several years ago there.
But I don't believe
that track's abrasion is part of the problem, but it's the car of today that they didn't expect.
Well, the crowd was up this year at the Brickyard. Now,
ratings were up on TV, too.
Is NASCAR, they're running some refunds back to fans? You have to see that?
Not happening.
Not happening.
Not happening.
Well, I tell you what is happening right here. Look at this autographed Kevin Harvick hat, American Commercial Lines. Did you enjoy the Fan Fest in Louisville? Nearly 1,200 people in July loved it. And we said, hey, online here, you can get an autographed Kevin Harvick autograph hat. All you have to do is send us an email. Well, the winner is... Who's the winner?
Robbie Daly.
Robbie Daly, New Albany. This is your hat. You have 14 days to email or call us to claim it. If not, we'll give it to some other lucky fan. But congratulations.
Robbie's going to claim it.
That's a Kevin Harvick hat. Yeah. Getting ready for action this weekend at the Kentucky Speedway. 2 events going on. And there's so much to talk about.
There is. Get out there Friday night because you get the unique opportunity. Again, when they talk about a fan fest where you can get an autograph and meet all the stars, they bring every driver in this series up. It's a great fan fest.
Look at that close side-by-side racing. It could be sold out.
220 miles an hour. Crowd's going to be great, but they still have tickets. I'd go ahead and get mine now and not wait till you get to the track to make sure you get the best seats. But, pretty much every seat at Kentucky Speedway is great. But you know what? Standing room only, which will probably go on sale on Saturday.
And the Disney Games, the autograph session going on at the Fan Fest Friday, August 8th. Then on the 9th, you get 2 races in one here.
Yeah, you really do. And again, they're going to run the Kentucky 100 after the Meyer Indy 300. Interesting on Saturday night. That's to fit everything in for the TV time. But it's just an awesome show. All the big guns. IndyCar racing is stronger than ever thanks to the merger with Champ Car. And, of course, the likes of Danica Patrick's success. Hey, did she win at Kentucky? We'll find out.
Not too long ago, Tony Stewart and Kurt Busch had some problems. So maybe Ryan Newman, being from Indiana, leaves Kurt Busch, goes over to Tony Stewart. Maybe they'll get along as a teammates next year.
They'll get along better than Milka and Danica.
So much. It's a silly season in NASCAR, and there's still so many weeks to go before the chase and the rest of the year.
But I think the big piece falling in was Ryan Newman getting sewed up. Now we'll see what happens with Martin Truex. They say that deal's not done. If he leaves DEI, boy, that's going to create some questions. But with Mark Martin now sewed up and with Newman sewed up, may not be as silly of a season as normal.
And in this area here in the Louisville, Kentucky market, you talk about Lucas Oil coming to the Bluegrass Speedway, Bardstown, Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series in August.
And some call it the Scott Bloomquist Invitational, but believe me, a lot of folks are going to try and knock Scotty off, as that should be a great race once again at Bluegrass at the end of the month with Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series coming back to Bluegrass.
You want to get your tickets now because it will be standing room only.
Oh, it will be.
That's all the time we have for this Lucas Oil Online Race Report. You can see Scott Douglas Monster Jam on Speed Channel worldwide.
Yeah, and the Lucas Oil World Series of Off-Road Racing with Brendan Gaughan. Now have that coming up later this year.
I'm Craig Hoffman, your host. Enjoy the racing, everybody.